Hello, folks. This is Javier Hernandez, your host, and this is Los Comics TV. Back to Los Comics TV after our brief hiatus. They're always unexpected, unplanned hiatuses, but it happens, and it's been a while, but thought I'd get back on it and get a new episode out there. So, as you can tell by my tools here, we're going to be doing an unboxing. We're going to get right back to this, and I got two things arrived in the mail today, actually. From Japan. So I go, you know what? Let me get my friends here together and let's open these on camera. These are always fun to do. So, okay, we'll start with this one first. Let's see here. You can already see some of this maybe through the thing. Let me just find the quickest way to open this. I always debate like, well, how much of this should I open before the camera? This one, I didn't. The other one, I did a little bit. Only because, again, just saves some time. And then, you know, as you guys know, I don't edit these episodes as of today still. I just like to do them done in one long take and make it as spontaneous as possible. So I'm going to have to remove the plastic bag on this. Get rid of the, well, so I can open it, but also get rid of the glare. I'm sure there's a glare on the camera. So this is a, according to the description when I bought it, it's a new Go Nagai. It's not all going to fit on the camera maybe, but as you can see most of it there. So you have magazine size. It says Go Nagai 1970s animation. So as you guys know, if you regular viewers of the show, I cover a lot of Go Nagai stuff, quite a bit. And there's tons of videos available on my channel for that. But this is a magazine covering his, it looks like his 70s animation. Again, 70s I call his golden era when he was really knocking his stuff out at a big clip. So here you see some of his big characters. Biggest ones, of course, Devilman, Mazinger Z, Cutie Honey, and Getter Robo. Yep, it's a 70s show. Perfect. That's my era, as you guys know. So yeah, I only saw a few pictures of this on the listing, but I go, okay, well, if it's going to be just covering the 70s stuff, let's see what's in here. Mazinger Z Special Gallery. Yeah, that's, again, one of his key creations. I'd have to say Mazinger Z and Devilman. But yeah, this is some pretty colorful art. A lot of it's probably promotional work. I'm guessing, you know, some of this could be done after the series was, this initial anime was done in the early 70s. And some of it probably was done during the era. But regardless, it's celebrating those, that character. And then Getter Robo, which he created the initial manga with another artist, Ken Ishikawa. Hope I remembered his name correctly. Ken Ishikawa. And yeah, character designs here. Yeah, this looks like some of the actual work from the 80s. Again, as we talked about, these characters just get just like our characters here in the US. I mean, they do a series and then 5 years later maybe do another new one or reboot it or do a whole different spin on it. So yeah, he's definitely done that over the years. Let's see here. More Mazinger Z. Back to Mazinger Z. Yes, like this art looks like from the actual animation. A lot of it's got like a rougher edge to it, looks like. Which translates pretty good in the cartoon. Like it's animated, right? But like it's got like this rough line work to it. Or maybe it's the coloring or something, but yeah, boy, this is a very colorful book. I love this magazine. Yeah, again, just different little character profiles of all the various robots and monsters from the Mazinger series. At least that initial one. Little whale. Wow, look at this. This is like a lot. That's great. So some of these are recognized from the manga, the Mazinger Z manga, which I'm going to do that for you guys one day. I got a 4-volume set It's like a large edition of the original Mazinger Z, so I like to go through that. But I recognize some of these characters from the manga, and I'm sure they did a lot, created new ones for the anime. I think it was like 52 episodes, so yeah, gotta have a lot of villains get introduced and destroyed, and then bring in some new ones later in further episodes. So yeah, a lot of Mazinger Z here. Initially here, and well, this is probably the episode guide, I'm thinking. I'm not sure what the 92 is. It 92 episodes maybe? I think it's 90. Yeah, you know what? It is 92 episodes. Okay. Wow, that's pretty cool. So just quick little bullet point synopses of all 92 episodes. Wow. Very cool. Yeah, what I like about these art books, and then they're showing in this case, the Blu-rays. In the old days of these art books, they'd show like the VHS tapes available, and then the DVDs. But now it's like, here are the Blu-rays. And here's some other spin-offs. God Mazinger here. I think that's Mazing Kaiser. And yeah, it's all Blu-ray, DVD, Blu-ray. And there we go. This looks like now we're getting to Devilman. Yep, Devilman. So, okay, so what? That's Devilman. And then they're showing the other... I guess, okay. I guess they're showing the history of the series. Cutie Honey from 73. Again, I'm just looking at this for the first time. 1974. So I guess giving a little rundown of, like I said, when they do a new version of the show, of the character. Now it looks like we're into a whole Devilman section. So this is the original Devilman anime. These are actual shots from the actual show. Yeah, they definitely capture that look. So, like that earlier Mazinger stuff, it looked like it was newer art or later art, but these are definitely screen caps from the that early set. Was it 72 anime? And here's the demons. Always like the way she looked. Let's see here. Yeah, so here's her character, little quick character bios. Let's see here. Yeah, I just love the richness of the color, and I mean, the backgrounds and everything. A lot of blues and purples here. This is just like most of the stuff we're looking at. Most of this is available on DVD. So yeah, there's an official Devilman release, subtitled in English from a Discotheque, I believe. It's probably about several years old now, but it is available if you want to watch the original Devilman. Let's see. So what are we looking at here? The episodes. It looks like, so this was, yeah, this one must have 39 episodes. Yeah, that's the final episode, I remember. Okay, so again, just similar to the Mazinger one. This is an op-ed. Little editorial maybe here. And now we're looking at the different releases. We had an early DVD release. The much coveted Devilman Crybaby complete box. I was actually looking at that today. Devilman Crybaby, it's on Netflix. It's been on there, what now, maybe 2-3 years? And probably there's no DVD release in sight for Netflix in the US, is what the speculation is. But they did do one in Japan, and it's this beautiful set. It's got all the episodes on it. I think there's 2 CDs that are soundtrack. There's 2 big art books in it. It's very pricey though. It's like $200-300. So that's why I was just looking at it. just looking. Yeah, Cutie Honey, like I said, probably his 3rd major character. And she had an anime debut in the 70s. I don't know if I've seen any of them. Maybe just clips here and there. But there is a collection. Same company that put out the Devilman English adaptation book. They also, I think it's 7 Seas, I think. They put out Cutie Honey. It's a thinner volume, but it's the whole original Cutie Honey manga, which is real fun to read. Really interesting character. Very Go Nagai-ish, it's like she's an android, and she changes. I think she has 6, 7 different personas. Not just the personality, but she turns into different characters. A race car girl, or I think a reporter, such things like that. And yeah, it's really interesting concept. And I guess these are character bios. So let's see. Yeah, so here's all the little character bios. And I imagine this should be an episode guide, right? Does Cutie Honey have an episode guide? Okay, here we go. I'm not sure what these represent, the 24, 25, the 9, 12. But then this looks like, yeah, it's a 25 episode series, at least that initial one. So again, synopsis, and then 25. And yeah, so then I guess the merchandise section, just give you a history of DVD releases and such. Yeah, Blu-rays, of course. DVD box. There's been a couple of live action Cutie Honey movies as well. So again, these characters in Japan, I mean, they just like here, they have long lives outside of their comics, cartoons, movies, live action TV shows. So, and more robots. Get a robo section here. And yeah, the various characters that appeared in the show. So I guess, yeah, here they are. I guess we're going to have an episode guide if it follows the format. I guess these are episodes, and maybe they're just highlighting certain ones. Number 1, number 15, 45, 31. So this would be the episode guide. Oh, they're still doing the highlights. Oh, let's see. It looks like it's basically just these 4 characters, right? Like we saw in the beginning. Yeah, it's basically covers just these 4. And here's the episode guide. So it's 51 episodes. Kind of interesting. They're all different episode lengths. This one's just one short of the Mazinger. Wasn't it 52 we said? So again, the various appearances, and I guess, I don't know, DVD, Blu-ray, you know, home video format, we call it, or we used to call it. So very cool. And then and then pictures of some of the goods collection. Man, show me the goods. Yeah, I don't know how many in total there are of Mazinger toys over the 40, 50 years. I mean, can you imagine? Wow. I mean, some of these look pretty current. I've seen them, and some of them are older. And yeah, this doesn't even begin to cover what's available. Oh my, yeah, Devilman. Believe I can testify to how many Devilman toys there have been over the years. Again, Cutie Honey. That looks like an older one. The soft final toys. And then, Boxer Joe. Anyway, pretty cool. So yeah, I'll definitely go back and look to this much slower myself. But yeah, this basically covering the big 4, right? Devilman, Mazinger Z, Cutie Honey, and Getter Robo. So, okay, very nice, beautiful, slick magazine. So let's go through this one here. So here is another one. Came in today. This one I did open because I wanted to make sure it was actually wrapped also again in here. So I took out the outer wrapping. Because again, I don't want to spend too much time on camera opening this stuff up, but this is pretty quick. Let's see here. So this is an art book. Came out in '98, according to the listing. So it's a 1998 exhibition catalog. So, hang on a minute here. So it's a Go Nagai art book. This is really neat. Wow. You know, on camera, when I saw the listing for this, I thought it was, it had like a vellum wrapper over the book because, you know, the letters faded and such. And but it's not. It's actually paper. It's what do you call this paper? It has a texture on it. Oh, okay, here we go. yeah, there's nice dark black lettering, and then this is just a little done lighter this way. Let me see, does the book open this way? No, it definitely opens up Japanese style from the opposite end. Oh, wait a minute. How do I have this upside down? Wait a minute. I'm a little confused here. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it is front reading, or at least U.S. style, Western style. What threw me off was this. This is upside down, a little, some type of flyer. Dynamic world. I assume this probably came initially with this. This might be the exhibition guide, some type of little program for this exhibition in 1998. Oh, it's more stuff you could buy. Here's the prices. Yeah, I've never seen this image, I don't think. That's nice. I haven't seen that one either. That's pretty iconic, the Devilman image, and I've seen that. And the cutie honey. Go Nagai, boy, 20 years ago. Born 1945. Okay, this is hey man, one thing about Go is he's always letting you know he's got products out there, so good for him in dynamic production. So let's look at this book. Go Nagai Exhibition. Okay, so you're here's little Go Nagai emojis. The guy's got a big sense of humor because he's always done. You can tell just all his books, but then like, you know, he has this little caricature of himself. Passing gas here. So, and there's the man. Wow, I have not seen this image. This is beautiful. Yeah, it's like a gray you know, marker drawing or watercolor or acrylic or gouache, but it's painted. Wow, that is nice. Like I said, never having seen that before. Yeah, 98. So yeah, there was a exhibition for him in 98. A preface here, intro. Oh wow, a lot of pictures, a lot of family pictures, baby pictures. Oh, very cool. Oh wow, that's a lot of photographs of him. I mean, I've seen pictures of him before. He's not hard to find. But that's really cool. This was probably a major exhibition. Oh, wait a minute here. That's Osamu Tezuka. And that would be Go Nagai right there. And I guess these might be other famous mangaka. Wow. I don't know what year is this picture here. It doesn't have a date. In 1969. That would explain it looks so young. Wow. I wonder if this is Tezuka's studio then, and then he was working there. I gotta look that up. That is a great picture. This is really neat. Wow. Tezuka and Go Nagai. Tezuka cosplaying this guy here. This gentleman has a similar hat, little beanie hat, and the glasses. And I think I saw another guy with the hat right there. But yeah, that's definitely Tezuka. Anyway, yeah, a lot of pictures. This is really cool. It's always cool to see your artists, like, you know, behind the scenes type stuff. Wow, I got several Go Nagai art books, but yeah, this is definitely the one with the most behind the scenes photographs. Very cool. Wrestling fans out there, that's Thunder Liger, who Go Nagai, I guess they partnered together, and he designed the character, came up with the premise for a character, and then the wrestler took it on. He's been wrestling for what? I think he just retired a year or two ago. So, what, 20, 30 years of wrestling as Thunder Liger, and then Go Nagai did some manga, and I think there was an anime or two. That's interesting. Another Tezuka is, I can't tell, is that Go Nagai? Yeah, with sunglasses. Wow. I think they came to San Diego Comic-Con. This 1980. They did come to the Comic-Con, I think, once. Or I know Go Nagai did, but I have to look that up. That might be from Comic-Con. I don't know. And looks like we're getting to some pencil art, sketchbooks. Yeah, always cool to crack open somebody's sketchbook and take a peek through there. It's like one of these Moleskine books. This is really cool, just a rough, yeah, very loose, quick sketches. Wow, this is great, you know. Because when I bought the book, there was only a few pictures it was like just a lot of the color stuff. Like, well, I'm gonna get it. Maybe it's a lot of stuff I've seen before. So far, though, this is page 20. I'm really impressed with what I've seen so far. The photographs and then the sketchbook. You know, maybe it makes it worth the price of the book, which wasn't really too bad. And I even offered it. Did one of those send an offer to the buyer, to the seller. So I think it did it for like, I think $10 less what they were asking. So not bad. Yeah, these are really not, man, I'd love to see more of his loose, quick sketches. This is very loose. This one is really great too. I like that. I do that too sometimes. You draw, and you just cross it out. Nah, it doesn't work. Yeah, throw that away. There'll be no shortage of people who'll pick that up out of the trash can. I'll be the first one. There's another one of those. But yeah, I just love that. And preliminary, maybe the first, and then second, third. Wow. Oh my gosh, this looks like a rough draft. No, it's a full comic. I wonder if it's as early as 1961. He was born in 45, right? 45, 55s. Oh my God, it's teenage Go Nagai work? Yikes, that's really solid. Boy, yeah, you know what? That'd be great if the whole book was just nothing but his sketches and childhood art. But very cool, yeah, 1961. Okay. Boy, this book here, Go Nagai Exhibition, look it up if you collect his work. As you can see, there's a lot of great stuff in here. Yeah, so we're seeing this early 1962. Wow, look at this. Already master of the silhouettes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is beautiful. I love the paper too. It's not glossy. So thankfully for the camera, I'm not getting that glare, but even just looking at it, I'm not getting like all these glares going through all the blacks and everything. Wow. 1963. Wow, this is his early work. Amazing. Beautiful. Samurais. And decapitations. Yep. He's on the path to Go Nagai-ness here. Wow. Boy, this very super simplified cartoony look. Reminds me of just the old manga from that era, the 65. There's another artist I really love, Misutero Yokoyama, the creator of Giant Robot. Giant Robot Gigantor, Tetsugen 28. A lot of his work looks like this because he did most of his stuff that I've seen in the 50s and 60s. So it's just very interesting, a young Go Nagai, 1965. It's kind of, well, that's what's out there. That's what's being done. Really interesting. This is nice. It's that really cutesy art, but it's got a lot of detail in the inking there and the hair and such. Kind of gives it a little different look, a little rougher. Wow, this is wonderful, man. This is the first 30 pages. Boy, that's really great. Oh man, look at that. Don't we all love, we're all used to these artist editions that we get here in the US, reprinting the original page, you know, shot just from the actual hand-drawn page, and then it's like the letters pasted in. Wow. Yeah, see how it's yellow? It's old. This is old artwork. This is from 1967. So yeah. And then this is some of his earliest color work, it looks like. This Frankenstein-looking guy. Wow, more original art with some handwritten pen instructions here or something. Wow. So it's very chronological. Okay, I like that. That's a beautiful drawing. That sun dripping, but I don't know if you could see the detail on the sun, the line work. Wow, this is really beautiful. A lot of the blue line, looks like. Wow. You know, I was looking at one of his other newer art books, and I was thinking to myself, like, wow, you know, in the newer ones, they're showing a lot of they're showing a lot of the actual artwork. And this book's 98, so it's a 22 years, something like that. Back then they were doing that too. I mean, I don't remember seeing too much original artwork reprinted in a lot of the old manga art books I have. So yeah, it's really great to see this. You know, the paste up, the glue's like the glue's drying up and such. Right, I'm looking down here. And yeah, everything's dated, looks like. So yeah, this is definitely going to be something to just go through. And yeah, 71. Oh, what is this? Sorry when I go blank sometime on this stuff. Demon Lord Dante. Demon Lord Dante. That's what that is. That's a book I got to pull out and show you guys. It's a done in one. It's a real thick manga, but it's great seeing these images. Devilman. I've seen this art before, I think, but this is the actual photograph of the actual hand-drawn art. Wow. Yeah, again, I've seen this image many times, but here you can see the edges of the, it's like watercolor, right to the edge of the paper. Oh my God, this thing this is sitting somewhere in a drawer. I mean, I'm sure it's well preserved. That's the one interesting thing about Japanese manga industry. It's not like here in the US where the pages, especially the old stuff, was kept in the offices, and then people in the office would just give it out to people. Hey kid, you came to visit, you want a free piece of art? We don't keep this stuff. But from what I understand, there's not really either there's not a market for it, or it's a combination of they don't sell it, or they don't think they can sell it. I mean, whatever, right? To us, it's crazy. Because if you had the money, I mean, boy, I would go after one of these Devilman original pages for sure. So I think that this stuff is stockpiled in Dynamic Productions. That's his company's studio. You know, in vaults throughout Japan, hidden in secret underground chambers. I mean, oh my gosh, that's amazing. But yeah, thankfully they have all the original art. I guess they shoot it themselves. Whereas a lot of times in the U.S., they'll have to go to collectors, and they have to, you know, if they want to reprint a book, all the art, they gotta somehow dig up all the art and get permission from the people who own it now and such. But this is our early Mazinger Z, right? Mazinger Z, where Koji Kabuto, he flies in this little vehicle and pops in the top of the head. Originally, Go Nagai was thinking of a motorcycle. So here's the guy on the bike, and then it rides up to the top of the head, and there he is. But I could imagine, you know, in a big battle, the guy's exposed right there, sitting on top of a bike. Here, he's protected in this indestructible glass dome. So, oh God, Mazinger Z pages. Yes, look at that. Wow. Yeah, just great production art. And more of his characters. Wow, that's striking. Wow. Violence Jack. So I did an unboxing. I bought like a 7-volume set, hardcover set of the original manga. So that's available in my videos, in my back catalog there. This is a beautiful painting. Wow, wow, wow. And this is some of the color pages from the manga. Cutie Honey, right? 73, looks like. And some of the color pages. This is neat, this monochromatic page, just reds. Different shades of reds. Percentages of reds, and then color. Wow. One of his witch characters. Yeah, boy, we were looking at a lot of original artwork. I love this book. Yeah, this is great. Believe me, because I have several art books of his. This is just a nice collection of color art, original art, you know, actual artwork, and then his childhood artwork. So yeah, it's a damn good book. Was it Keko Kamen? Yeah. Sometimes discreetly she's covered up. If you can call that, we can call her covered up. Yeah, very outrageous character here. Original pages. Man, and like I said, the thing about tactile Tactile sense is, yeah, I just love that I'm holding paper, and I love that it's flat matte paper, not glossy. Wow, so good, so good. Beautiful color image here. I don't know how bright it looks. I got the lights kind of turned down, but I can imagine seeing this in person. That yellow, all that golden yellow. I can imagine how beautiful it is. Shuten Doji. I reviewed that also as an unboxing. Again, it was like a 6 or 7 volume hardcover set, so you can look for that video. Or I'll try to link all these below. Oh man, yeah. Honestly, we're not even halfway through. I'm going to speed it up, but I am really, like I said, when I bought the book, I mean, you know, it shows the bad thing about collector. Like, well, yeah, I want to get it. I don't know too much about this particular book, judging by just a few pieces I saw. I'll get it. And I figured there's going to be a lot of overlap to the other books I have. And there probably is, but I don't know. But take my word for it. Seeing all this the original art pages, it's making up for it. Or it's just making it more worthwhile. And even the color images, like I've never seen this particular one. And this, nor that one. That one I have seen, I think. So yeah, I mean, you're always going to have overlap in any art books, you know, from the same creator, right? I love this here. Oh yeah, I reviewed this book too. Oh, I forgot the name of it offhand, but right away I recognized the dinosaur with this weird. I don't know if it's a tusk, this horned tusk off the side of him, and then the character, he had this little. It's like a red tattoo or something of a bird, and then his eyebrows make the wings. And I know I have that manga too. I haven't reviewed that. Boy, you know, this book has been around over 20 years, and I've only seen it, you know, because a lot of times when they list it, I'm talking about eBay, by the way. Well, a lot of times they just show this cover or the back cover, and they go, "Oh, exhibition." And it's like, well, what's in it though? So it's like, boy, this is amazing. I'm kind of glad I just bought it like this without knowing all this artwork was in it. All I saw was the cover, some color pieces. This is fantastic. This is a great looking book, whatever this is. Oh, I think it's Hanape Bazooka. I recognize this demon girl here. Oh, okay, I reviewed this manga too. Yeah, it's like a 6 volume set I got a while, I think this year. And I did a review of it. Susanoo O. That's what it is. My mind went blank for a minute there. I want to say her name is Panty Mask. Maybe I thought I read that somewhere before, but pretty crazy. That's a neat image. I wonder why it's cut off like that. It's interesting. Oh boy, I have this recognized. I think I have that on the cover. I forgot his name. Iron Fighter, maybe. That might be the bird. Oh wow. Oh, I think this is oh yeah, Oni. 1983 it looks like. This was printed in Marvel Comics in the 80s had this thing called Epic. It was like a magazine. They're trying to do like heavy metal style you know, comic stories, sophisticated, you know, more adult nature type thing. And yeah, this was printed in there in English. I think it was a new original story Go Nagai did. I'm trying to think, and maybe he specifically did it for Epic, which would be a huge thing, right? Like to actually do a new piece for a foreign publisher. But you know, at the time, even back in the 80s, oh, it's Marvel Comics. Oh, this is cool seeing this in here. I got to pull out the magazine, and I just really like the blues. I'm sure it printed blue, also in the Epic. Maybe because I haven't seen it for a long time, but it looks beautiful. Wow. Very cool. God Mazinger. It's like a giant stone Mazinger robot. Would it be a robot though if it's stone at that point? Just a monolith, I guess. Thunder Liger here again. I don't know this character. I was looking for the date, 1989. Okay, yeah, this is it might just be called Mazinger, I think. But it's like takes place in some other planet. I think this is the princess of that planet. So it's kind of more like a bioorganic, maybe. Mazinger. I've been curious about this one. It's a little cutesy looking. I assume it's a kitty comic. This little guy inside the belly of this robot. I'm not familiar with this one. It's like a merman type thing. And I don't recognize these either. Interesting. This I don't recognize that. Oh boy, here we go. Yeah, if you follow me on Instagram and all that, you know I recently picked up a copy of this. Go Nagai did what is it? Dante's Inferno, or what is it? What's the other name for the other work? I guess it is Dante's Inferno. I'm trying to look for it around here, but I don't think I have it at hand. But yeah, he did his own take on that classic book. I mean, a lot of the art looks like it's almost just like etchings. I mean, you know, he does have assistants like most of the manga artists. I can imagine the workload on this book. It's a thick book, maybe 600, 700 pages. Wow. That's great. This is something else. This is interesting. I'm not sure what this is because it's Devilman. That's Devilman there. Oh, it might be Devilman Lady. Yeah, Devilman Lady. Is it? I'm surprised there's not more art of it because it was a pretty big series. That's a great image there. I love those cool blues. And it's got nice the yellow moon behind her. Yeah, I just saw this in another art book I have. This was full size. Real striking image. These are neat. These different samurai and oni. Wow. This is probably a historical fantasy epic he did. Yeah, I mean, believe me, there's still plenty of, as much stuff as I have of his books and such, and seen and read about. I mean, there's still so, I mean, you know, come on, the guy's got a, what'd I say, 50-year career, something like that? So there's plenty of stuff I have not seen or delved into. This was the cover they used for the Cutie Honey DVD, which I have that, the original 70s anime. That's the cover they used, but this is obviously a piece of art from the era, 73. UFO robot grandizer. That's Jeeg. I think its name is Jeeg. Yeah, I don't know this character here. Yeah, drawn very cutesy style, and it's some type of anime. I don't know if it's based on a manga he did, or if it's just maybe some of these things he just created just for anime. Oh, Getter Robo versus Great Mazinger. Oh, little Chibi, his Chibi world, the little cutesy Devilman, and the Devilman OVA, original video animation from late 80s. What's this? Oh, that looks like that's that ninja we saw a while ago. Right? Yeah. I don't know what his name is, but oh, okay. But yeah, the live action adaptation looks like. Oh, this is great. I know this. See this? It's one of those. What do you call those shows? It's like a marionettes, right? They're puppets, but you know, sometimes you'll see the strings. And in England, there was like Thunderbirds was a big show, but they did one in Japan what his Go Nagai did, he created this series, the character designs and such, X Bomber. You can look it up on YouTube. And then I think in England it was translated. They picked it up in England, did a redid the voices. I think it's called Starfleet, but it's the X Bomber Japanese theme song is awesome. But that's what that is. So, as far as I know, there's never any manga. Like, he just created these characters, the designs for this show. So that's really neat. There's Keko Kamen, the nude Avenger. What's all this stuff here? Just more great work. Some Devilman stuff here. Yeah, like I said, this book turned out to be really great. I mean, there's a lot of art in there I've not seen. And seen some of that. Again, the photographs, his childhood artwork, his early art, and then so much of the actual original art pages being shown. It's been fantastic. It's interesting. Novels based on Go Nagai's works. Oh, thanks for the English. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, novelization. Right, we have, as a kid, I read a lot of Marvel's doing a lot of novels back then in the late 70s. Let me read a novel on Spider-Man or Captain America. They still do them today, and yeah, not surprising they've done them there. That's really cool. And what's this? Chapter 4. Okay, this is going to be the merchandise. Yeah, the whole, wow. Yeah, again, more Devilman statues. Wow, that is, what do the kids say today? That's sick. That's sick. Well, very dark. Very dark Devilman stuff. Wow, this is fantastic. Serene Violence Jack. Oh wow, there's, yeah, God Mazinger. Oh, I didn't know they made statue. Shoten Doji. There's that little witch character. Oh, I got one of these. These are the Shogun Warriors from the 70s that they made here in the U.S. Well, at least this one. Great Mazinger. Mazinger Z, these must be from Japan. Because I don't think they did Mazinger Z in the U.S. in the initial line, that's Shogun Warriors line. I think it was Mattel, I think. Or Hasbro. Anyway, the American company licensed Japanese characters for these 2 foot tall or 3 foot tall big plastic toys in the late 70s. And they've got, I think, 2 of his characters. And then they did like 4 other characters from other Japanese creators. But as a kid, I never got it. And I never got it all these decades. And I just bought myself one a year or so ago. Again, just looking. You're never going to find it for $20, but you want to find the cheapest one out there in the best shape. So that's what that is, yeah. These are this famous line, Shogun Warriors. Again, this is only probably half of 1% of all the toys that have been licensed from Go Nagai stuff. I've seen photographs when they show his studio, his offices. You see Go Nagai sitting there, and behind him is glass cases filled with hundreds of toys and action figures and models. So that's pretty cool. What is this Devilman stuff here? Is it fabric? Cute. Wow. Perfume bottles? I'm not sure what this is. Interesting. I want a Devilman tote bag. T-shirts. Oh yeah, I mean, how did they go to buy a select? Well, let's just pick a few pieces for this book. So it looks like flyers. Struggle of Aphrodite. Wow. And I'm not sure what these are. Video games? I think they're video games, right? Maybe video game boxes. But again, I mean, they took like a second out of how many hundreds of hours it would take to go through all the merchandise. And then what is this? Articles from the foreign press. Oh, okay. See, this is interesting. Yeah, some of his characters are particularly big in certain countries. Like this is UFO robot grandizer. It's big in Italy and France, and there's a Mid-Eastern country where he's very popular too. So, okay, that's just pretty much one spread. Overseas comic books. So yeah, different translations of the comics, of the manga all over the world. Italy, France, Spain, Brazil, imagine, yeah. Overseas merchandising. That's so this is interesting. Merchandise just made by overseas manufacturers. So maybe in Japan these are very highly coveted. Like, hey, we never got that. Wow. Okay. So I think then this is also some type of. It's like a timeline. Okay. It's just raw data for the completist, which I've seen stuff done that similar stuff like that for American creators. So. Wow. Okay, folks. Let me tell you that. Let me just tell you right there on camera. It's on videotape. This turned out to be way bigger, way better, way more satisfying than I even thought it was going to be. I do not regret this at all. Again, it's funny saying that, right? Like, well, I bought it because I just wanted it. But it's impressed because this book, 98, and then the other art books I have, they're more current. And there's overlap, but it's not. He's got so much work, I mean, there's thousands of pages of his comics through the decades, and promotional art and such. So, but yeah, the real gem here is these photographs, these doodles, the early drawing, his earliest comic work, and then so much of the actual artwork shot and reproduced. So, good stuff here. Put these together, and all right. 2 books from Japan. They both actually came in today from separate DHL and I think the U.S. Post Office via Japanese Post Office originally. Anyway, good stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out my work. El Muertos is an art book I did. Maybe I should go through my art book one day. Not right now. It's time to wrap up. But yeah, you can check out my work. There's a link there. I'll put the link down below this video. Thanks for watching. I know it's been a while, but came back, did a double unboxing for you guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for supporting the show. Please subscribe if you haven't. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Check out the other videos I mentioned. I'll put them down below. And thank you so much. So let's look forward to another sooner than later episode of Los Comics TV. Bye-bye.